I'll need to upgrade you for sure. Do, 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 do. What I'm talking about, man? Goofy style, even. Oh, like that time Kevin burned a farmer and blew up a wizard's dick and arrested a police officer and did this on top of a judge's nipple. I'm so glad you're okay, Agate. I was already worried about whether you were drawn here, but not knowing if you were okay was... Okay, I get it. Stop hugging me. Besides... Never mind me. You haven't been getting yourself hurt while I was away, have you? No, I'm okay. I had lots of people looking out for me. Really? Well, that's good. Now all the stuff's just to save the other guys who ended up trapped in stones and get the hell out of this weird place. And on that note, what say we get going? I don't feel like I'm really gonna get what's going on unless I see it for myself, so let's hop to it. Damn, someone's motivated. Motivation. What's going on down here? Uh-oh. I hear Olivier. Olivier's putting on a concert, didn't you know? And it's better than Nickelback. Honestly, he does actually look cool playing the lute in that outfit. Maybe he really is a prince. Shockingly, this is the one thing about him that actually holds water. Reese seems to have cheered up some now. I'm glad I decided to come over and talk to her. I finally managed to get into the Grouse Ritter. I went through all that training. I was finally promoted to a squire. But after all that... The sun shines a rainbow bridge. I cross it to reach you. And yet as I search, it fades into the sky. Trails in the sky. Dancing with loneliness on the wind. He was actually serious. Ew. Unbelievable. Is that really the way you want to make your first impression on someone? And from the church, no less. At least play her a hymn or something. I'm not sure his choice of song is the problem. Hymn style. Shirad. I item drop rate up by 10%, battle EP recovery up by 2%, speed down by 5%. Rosette's is better. Like that Mitch and Barnes skit where Barn went to a church and wrote a bunch of custom lyrics in the hymn books. We have every reason to believe that there are still people sealed in stones in this land that we have yet to discover. Whether that is somewhere in the local or on the next plane, I don't know, but we need to find them. So let's keep going, together. We've now conquered all 3 of the ordeals that this garden's master mentioned. I assume that means our next destination must be the 5th plane. Wonder what kind of place that'll be. Probably a horrible place. Like New Jersey. Where has that fool gotten himself to anyway? I swear, I take my eyes off him for one moment. You think he could at least manage to play the good prince during times of serious crisis like this? Okay. So now I believe we can access the next part to, the other part to that one, yeah, this one. I think if you bring Agate, you can see part 2. I think that's how it works, right? Bring to me the girl skilled in Orbal engineering, accompanied by an ever-burning flame. So... Oh, we got Amtita, son of a... God! Damn it! And such.
Oh, okay!
Oh, okay! Okay, style. There we go. Ever-burning flame. You can view part 1, but we already did that, so we want to view part 2. Because part 2 is awesome. Moon door. Moon door. Midnight come and me want to go home. I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. Memory. Uh-oh. City of Zeiss. Answer is drinking Sprite for some reason. I don't know why. There was some in the fridge randomly, so I grabbed one. It's Agate! Hanging out. Watching some Newfie streams. Bah! Can't believe I'm going through with this. I should have never given in to pressure and promised to come here every once a month in the first place. Chase HQ even. Having to adjust my schedule all the time just so I can come all the way to eat is such a pain in the ass. Square jar. But, well, whatever. I do owe her, I guess. You sure do. What the hell? I just felt this horrible chill run down my spine. What was that for? No! Okay, then. Didn't seem like I caught a cold or anything. Probably no big deal. Bum, bum, bum. Well, that's everything switched that needs to be, says Dan the man. The machine guns are new models, so they could probably do with some tweaking. That's all of its armament strengthened. Its mobility is up 16% because of all the work we did through the night, you know. Huh, okay, I think we should leave it like this for now and take some data. As is before we start doing anything else. Works for me. Ordinarily we just settle for testing. Whether it can perform basic actions at this stage, then call it a day. Or Stephen Hasty likes to call it a day. But thanks to all of Tita's help, it's ended up relatively complete for a prototype. I think we could probably get away with doing a simple combat test using it even. And we should, too. After all, it just so happens that we have the perfect guinea pig for it coming. Oh my god.
It's Tita!
Mom, Dad! Morning, Tita. Did you sleep well? Yeah, I'm feeling great. But, all I can picture in my mind is the sight of that red-haired hooligan crawling on the ground after getting the beating of a lifetime by the Orbal gear. I can hardly wait to see it in real life, too. Oh boy. Mom! I keep trying to tell you that Agate's really not a bad person. Don't take what she's saying to heart, Tita. You could probably stand to discuss the issue a bit more tactfully. But I'm sure all she wants is to find out exactly what Agate's doing, trying to worm his way to you in the first place. Dad, the player just hiccuped. Oh boy, even Dad seems to have him wrong. Diet Mountain Dew Zero, even. I don't know why I said diet, but... Okay, let me explain this one more time. He might be sort of rude and blunt, and he does grumble every time he has to do something, and he's not very good at chess, and he has a bad habit of scaring people off easily. But he's actually a kind, good person, I swear. Really now? I'm starting to get a little worried about him too. What? Why? I kept saying he's really a nice person. I heard Stephen Hasty's a nice person. Alright, time to go and get things ready. I'll leave the final adjustments to you, Dan. I've got something to take care of elsewhere. You're going, then? That I am. I've heard more than enough. Something has to be done. The sinner must be punished with death! Uh-oh. What? Mom, where are you going? Wait! That's a shame. Agate has no idea what he's going to be walking into. Oh! She ran over Professor Russell! Mom! What in Adios' name is happening here? Woo! Are you alright? I'll live. I think he broke a hip. What was Erica in such a hurry for? Well, it's time for the testing to begin. You're not much less of an overprotective parent than she is, I'll have you know. Overprotective parent style. Ba 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 ba.
It's Tita!
Where is she? I could have sworn I saw her running this way. Where could she have gone? She probably went to Steak and Shake for a Frisco melt. Probably shouldn't have arrived so early. Might as well drop by the guild and see if there's any work to do until evening. Ba-ba-bum. What? Uh-oh. Is that just my imagination? The second I walked in the door, I felt like my life was in mortal danger. Woo! Because it kind of is. Well, the only person here is that researcher there. So it must have been... Oh my, what have we here? If it isn't Agate Crossner. I pity you, I really do. Come again? I never dreamed my target would come wandering in nonchalantly like a baseball player, while I was making the necessary preparations for his execution. But that makes things easier for me. Now I can tell you what I want directly. We prepared a most perfect place to die for you over at the Central Factory. So come along. There's not a moment to waste. Who are you? You here to pick a fight with me or something? Not at all. This is a completely legitimate request I've made to the guild. Or more specifically, to you. Like hell you did. No request like that would ever get accepted here. If you want to submit a request to the guild, you're gonna have to come up with something a little better than that. Oh, you pitiable flea. I figured you were a little thick-headed, but I didn't think your general IQ would be quite this low. Woo! You need to be more aware of your sins. What does this woman have against me? Her eyes are scaring the shit out of me. Anita went live. Clean out those ears of yours and listen well, moron. This request is about testing the capabilities of the Orbal gear by comparing it to you in a variety of situations. Which means that by helping us, we'll be able to improve it. Uh-oh. And in the process, maybe the unforgivable sins you've committed shall be... What are you rambling on about, woman? Maybe you didn't get the memo, but the Bracer Guild exists to help people who really need it. We don't exist to just do any old thing someone feels like asking us to do. Well, I really haven't got time to be messing around with some crazy time waster. Is that the real reason you don't want to do this, or are you just scared? Say that again? Scared style. I can't find her anywhere in town at all, and she hasn't gone home. Just where could Mom have run off to? It's not my fault you're not listening to me. As I said, if you help with these tests, I might even be gracious enough to consider reducing your punishment. A little. That sounded like Mom. Would she be in the guild? Guild style. If you want help that much... Nita? Agate? What are you doing with Mom? Oh, and one more thing. I want to make very clear right off the bat. You do not get within a 1 cell's radius of my sugar-powdered donut under any circumstances. Are we clear, you shameless hoodlum? Wait a sec. Whoosh. Zoom! The hell? What just happened there? You just up and ran off with Tita. I hope I didn't just witness her getting abducted by someone dangerous. You don't need to worry about that. Oh, sup, Kilika. Kilika. Her name is Erica Russell. She's Tita's mother, and she's your worst nightmare. Her mother? That is Tita's mother? You've got to be kidding me! Her parents came back here from abroad about 2 weeks ago now, Erica and Dan Russell. Their arrival was somewhat unconventional, admittingly, but they really are Tita's parents. I can assure you of that. You're trying to tell me that woman is related to her by blood? The player keeps hiccuping. And with that mystery solved, would you mind if we got right to discussing work matters? Oh, yeah, lay it on me. I heard Stephen Hasty likes to hiccup. I'm free until this evening, so if you've got any quick jobs that need doing, I can knock them out for you. Well, first, there's this one from the Central Factory. They're requesting assistance with a variety of tests for a prototype of a new weapon called the Orbal gear. Orbal gear? Of course, the Orbal gear comes into play during the later games. Hold up a minute. That sounds familiar. The guild has officially accepted the request that Erica mentioned to you earlier. It has your name on it, in fact. I can't believe this. She actually submitted that as an official request? I don't know how much more about this Orbal gear than you do, I'm afraid. She merely described it as a weapon that combines the finest in the Burl's Orbal technology. It's being developed by the entire Russell family together to boot. Das Boot! Das Boot! The location you'll need to go to is Zeiss Central Factory. A new weapon? Wait a sec. You said the whole Russell family, right? Not just the adults? Please tell me Tita isn't involved in this crap. I couldn't tell you. She didn't say. I've heard Tita was about ready to graduate from being an apprentice and became a full-fledged engineer, though. So perhaps she is. Perhaps. Would her involvement be a problem to you, Agate? Well, no, but I've never met her parents. I've only heard about them from Tita, so it's not like I could pretend to know what they're like. But her mom's nothing like she made her sound. And she seems kinda messed up in the head. That's one way to put it. If that kook's got Tita involved in developing some kind of new weapon. Put that request on hold for now, Kilika. On hold? Don't give it to anyone else for now, I assume you mean? Yeah. I'm gonna go and find out what's going on. Don't even think of giving that to anyone else before I'm back. I mean, it has your name on it, so legally I don't think... Good. But I digress. Look until a gag. He's a pussy and a Compton, you know. I mean, what? I didn't say that. It's Stain! You know, because Mario stained Kelly Clarkson. Carl's new model of Orbal gun's finally going to be sold on the mass market by the sounds of it. He said he was in the middle of making the final adjustments to it so that that can happen. I can hardly wait. Or that time Bo Bai stained Kelly Clarkson as well. Apparently she's very stainable. For whatever reason. Nobody knows why. I'm glad the domestic situation's finally calmed down now. My mother seemed to have put all that happened out of her mind and forgotten about it. But not me. I'll never be able to forget the sight of that flying structure collapsing before my eyes. I think I'll still be able to recall it, even on my deathbed. Know what I mean? I pay a visit to Minoria Village over near Ruin a while back. It was quite easy to see why Irene recommended it. Oh, Irene sells flowers, by the way. And there were beautiful flowers everywhere there. Now I know why it's famous for them. Much as I like living here, I'd love to live in a place like that if I could. Oh, bystand Mariah Carey. I heard he also once stained Drew Carey as well. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Classic. At one point, my husband was always out of the house for one business discussion or another. But lately, he's been coming back home a lot more often. Actually having someone to cook for makes it feel so much more worthwhile. Worthwhile style. Part of my work involves selling airships to clients. But I've been getting asked a lot lately whether they just fall out of the sky if the flow of Orbal power stops. I think they do? At least not immediately. I mean, they kind of do, slowly, but, you know. You know how it is. Chase HQ style. Agate, I thought you were in a hurry. I was, but then I remembered something. I heard you were planning on leaving the guild and returning home. Indeed. That's still the plan, but the process of getting things ready for my successor has been taking longer than planned. I heard her successor is Stephen Hasty. That's what I heard. As things currently stand, I'll be leaving at the start of next month. Right. Really not going to be the same around here without you. You've done a lot for me while you've been here. I suppose I have. Just be sure not to get poisoned and collapse again during my successor's time here. I could handle it, but you'd probably give them nightmares. I didn't do that on purpose, you know. Purpose style. Damn, there sure are a lot of requests up here. None of them seem real urgent, at least. I can afford to leave them for now. Gotta get myself over to the central factory. We can't do them. What? It's Wong. Whoa, Agate's here? Hey, Wong. How are things? How's China? I've been better. You familiar with someone called Erica Russell? I heard she's as much trouble as Professor Russell, and I can believe it. Ever since she showed up in town, I've been getting more requests coming in than usual. You could call it a coincidence, but yeah. That's so. Coincidence style. The Rhineford Company's working on expanding their lineup at the moment, actually. Personally, I'm hoping we can start selling their new Orbal cannon, but who knows if that'll be possible. I'll have to keep badgering the owner and pray the stars line up. The Vega stars. Gundalf! Well, if it isn't Agate, he's been popping up in a lot of these memories all of a sudden. What's going on, Gundalf? Not Gandalf. Not often I catch you stopping off at a weapon shop like this. I'm not going to be in town that much longer. I'm due to leave on the next airship. Reports say it's going to be delayed from what I hear, though. So I've ended up with some time to kill. Members, even. Busy as always. Not half as busy as Kurt. Still, my workload's going to be going up before it goes down with all these bracers scattering. First we lose Estelle and Joshua, and now we're losing Kilika. We're really starting to get short on warm bodies. When have we not been short of people? That's truth. We're just gonna have to keep our chins up until some new guys come out and ease our workload. Huh? Just me, or do you sound like you have some specific new recruits in mind? I wouldn't go that far. That's a shame. Sure hope we do get some in soon. Use all the help we can get about now. Just like Mario and Bob. Hey, welcome to Bell Station. If there's anything you need help with, don't hesitate to let me know. Like that time Mario threw a punch at a child. We're aiming for the store to be loved by the community, and we'll share no effort to make that happen. Ida won't play with me at all lately. She's always really busy with something. It's not fair. She keeps playing this game called EDF. I want to play. Daily goods are selling like wildfire this month, which is great news for us. Ever since the Orbal power went out before, lamps and stuff along those lines have been selling like hotcakes. On the surface, everything is back to normal. But it's obvious the unease in people's hearts is going to take a while longer to vanish. Vanish style. Auto-saving even. How you doing? The newbie working here is Randall's granddaughter, apparently. Her cooking's not half bad. She's got a knack for dealing with customers. But thanks to her being around, the owner's gonna have an even better excuse to slack off. Before I was caught slacking off. Hey, you need something? If you want to order something, go and speak to the new girl. I thought they were in charge of the counter. It sounds like old Russell's stirring up trouble again. That's not scary enough. This time, he's got Erica with him. I've never heard two bigger ingredients for a disaster than that. Like that time Tim caused trouble when he wouldn't close it. Welcome, welcome. We're currently running a lunchtime special offer. Come on in and try out our delicious grub. Grub style. Grubhub, even. Heard Stephen Hasty likes Grubhub. That's what I heard. Oops. Looks like the Orbal engine's not in very good shape. That's too bad. No surprise with how hard I've been working this baby lately. Let's get the hood off and take a look. That's suggestive. Suggestive. But I make a living buying orbits, and this isn't my first time coming here to do it. Last time I did, all the power in the town went off, unfortunately. So I ended up going back empty-handed. Hope nothing happens this time. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I was in the linen room earlier, and I was weirdly shocked by what I found there. Well, we're never allowed in there, so I couldn't tell you. Someone has hidden a disturbing number of lamps under the shelves. I know who's responsible, too. It's that Emma. What in Adios' name possessed her to buy that many of them? What are we ever gonna need them for? Oh. See? Linen room. Employees only. Sadly, we will never be unemployed. Sucks, but that's how it goes, man. Ever since that time when I couldn't turn on the Orbal lamps in here, I've been worried about the same thing happening again. So I decided to make sure it couldn't by buying every single lamp I could get my hands on. Okay. Now I'll never have to worry about that happening ever again. Right? I don't know about all that. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Wait, this way leads out of town, doesn't it? Can't make my exit when I've got to hurry to the central factory. Can't leave now. That's not really the way you would leave anyway, but I digress. What? Why is it afternoon already? I slept in again! Damn it! Sleeping in sucks. I'll tell you what. I should have known my sister wouldn't be able to get herself up in time on her own. She's completely hopeless. Yeah. She sure is. Russell Home and Factory. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Bum, 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 bum. There's a bunny in here. Damn right there is, dude. Oh, what's going on over here? Are we having a secret meeting? Just take a quick look and then go with your gut. Choose the apple out of the basket that grabs your attention most, and you can't go wrong. These things are all about instinct. Alright, I'll go with that. Actually, wait. I don't think I'm mentally ready for this yet. We all have tough decisions to make in our lives, you know? But that troublemaker Erica is finally back in town, is she? It baffles me to know that woman how that woman turned out. She used to be a pretty little thing. When she was younger, she always used to go on about how she wanted to be a sister of the church when she grew up. That kind of didn't happen. Her personality was the same as it is now, though. Father Vixen told her flat out, "Not with your personality." Woo! Talk denied.
Denied.
It's Mr. Lane. I think that'll do for today's afternoon prayers. I'd normally feel bad about skipping work to come here and pray. But considering the factory chief is right here, I think I can probably be let off for today, right? Oh, Adios above. The time has finally come for the Orbal gear experiments to begin. Excuse me. Please let them finish without causing any major catastrophes. I don't think I was supposed to hear about her departure, but I accidentally did when she was talking to Father Vixen yesterday. Hard to believe that she's going to be leaving us. Zeiss isn't going to be the same without her. Oh, if it isn't Agate. If you already heard about Kilika returning to Calvard, that's what she was talking about. Yeah, was talking to her about it earlier. I see. All of us in Zeiss owe some kind of debt to her, big or small. So I just hope that we can all come together to do something for her before she leaves us. That'd be nice. Bible. Bible. Midnight come and me want to go. That kid is on the escalator again. You know we had to get one more in. I saw something absolutely crazy the other day. I was here selling flowers like I usually do when all of a sudden, people started raining down from the sky. Woo! I couldn't believe my eyes. The factory ship's in the landing port for the first time in a while. Been going all over the place helping to get the country back in order, though it hasn't been here much lately. Ooh, it feels good to finally take a breather. I've been so busy lately, it feels like I've never stopped working. Working style. What's going on, Agate? Figured you'd swing by. Don't think I don't know why you're here. Last Friday of the month's always busy, huh? Claire. Hey, no need for that look. Claire style. It's Gustav. Yo, Agate, long time no see, huh? Huh? I wasn't expecting to run into you here. I heard you were busy as hell lately, going around everywhere and getting Liberal's Orbal facilities up and running again. Haha, I sure was. Then after that, I had to hold myself up in Leaston Fortress and buckle down on the necessary repairs to the RSA. And now that's done, so I finally go back home. For the love of Adios. Oh, and it's only gonna get worse from here. We got the loading equipment back on board, so now we can get down to real work. Salvaging. Trying to pull the Liberarch out of the lake has been on the cards for a while now. Now we can finally get started on it. Cool. Just been too busy to get started on any earlier, much as we wanted to. Busy, busy, busy. Everybody's busy. You know what I mean? We're gonna be leaving port in 15 minutes. The ship sure is busy lately. Leaving port in 15 minutes. Do 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 ba 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 da ba dum. Everybody likes to leave port, except for Newfie. Bum ba bum. How you doing? If you happen to hear any strange shouts or loud explosions while you're here, just ignore them, okay? It's for the best, just trust me. Uh-huh. What, you're looking for Professor Russell? He passed by here not long ago, actually. Or boarding the elevator with Tita, but I'm afraid I have no idea where she could have gone after that. That's a shame. A damn shame. Public shaming. Agate style, even. And we're in France again. You there, listen to my tale of woe. I heard Faye's gonna be a mechanic on board the Arcee now. Which means I won't be able to see her again. No! Wait, this way leads to Caldia Tunnel. I can't see how they could have ended up in Caldia Tunnel. I should stick to searching the factory. Uh-huh. Do-do-do-do-do. Agate style. Wait, I recognize you. Weren't you one of the bracers on the Arcee? Yeah. I remember you too. You and the other engineers did a great job when it ended up falling out of the sky. Thanks again for what you did. Think nothing of it. We were just doing our jobs. I was foreman in an underground orbit factory at one point. But now I'm going to be working over here for a while. Faye's in the middle of explaining the work she does here to me. Oh, so you're taking her place, huh? I see. I see. I do not freaking know. Agate style. Office. The factory chief seems to be out, but I have no idea where he could have gone. He's at the chapel, sir. I need him to sign these documents, too. Uh-oh. Mario Kart references and crap about sports, even. That's a fact, Jack. Archives. My job involves training new people. How do I do this? Get them to clean up this room for me. It means I don't have to lift a finger. Smart, right? You're a regular old smart guy. Ba-ba-bum. Third floor, Jones. Hey, don't. I wonder how Freddy's doing right now. Freddy got fingered. I haven't heard from him since he went back to rolling. He was a hell of a kid for one so young. He's gonna shake things up as a real skilled artisan one day, if you ask me. But too bad I didn't ask you, sir. Whew, so good to finally be done with all the repair work on the Arcee. Feels like forever since I was last back here. Although thinking about it, there's still the adjustments to be made to the engine, so our work may not be quite done yet. That's a shame. You're looking for Erica Russell? I haven't seen her today. Sorry. If I haven't, though, it makes me wonder whether she's finished that project she was plowing through. She's been hogging all the equipment to herself to work on it lately. That's too bad. There's the bandsaw. The bandsaw. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da. Lab. Ray was able to produce a plant capable of soothing people in a mere 3 months. It's pretty amazing. I still can't believe he was actually able to do it. How did he even pull it off? He barely even did any selective breeding at all. Well, I think all of the greenhouse experiments are basically done now. Which means it's time to start work on my next project, making an archaism modeled after Tita. Time to start with drawing up those blueprints. Tita's mom's eyes creeped me out when I saw those, but this guy doesn't seem to be in his right mind either. Maybe I ought to stop him, too. Greenhouse. Antoine makes another appearance. You gotta love that. Erica's back, I hear. He's quite similar to her father, and poor Murdoch's got the gray hairs to prove it. He's rushed in here demanding something for his stomach pain more times than I can count at this point. Sounds about right. Clinic style. Operations. I swear, he's only just finished getting the Capel back up and running, and he's off working on a new invention. It really is amazing what those Russells are capable of. They seem to have limitless energy when it comes to technology. Remember that whole Orbal shutdown phenomenon thing that happened? After that was over and we switched the Capel back on, it ended up malfunctioning on us. Erasing all of the data on the thing. All of it! Taking us 2 whole months to get it back in order, too. That sucks. That's why you should always back up your data, sir. No matter what you're doing. Same old shenanigans. Ba ba da ba. Roof style. Just where have those two gone? Can't find them anywhere. Huh. It's Danny boy. With a wrench in his back pocket. Hey there. You must be Agate. Who's this guy? He didn't seem like any ordinary engineer. Oh, I get it now. You're Dan, right? Dan Rather. Seem to remember hearing you were a bracer at one point. Oh, was it Cassius who told you? Oh, no. I just heard some stuff about you from Tita and her grandpa. Right. Actually, he quit the whole bracer thing about 10 years back, didn't he? Makes it right around when Cassius joined. Can't imagine him being as much of a lunatic, but who knows? You guys are developing a new weapon, right? I heard you got Tita helping you out with it. That true? Oh, yeah. She's not just a simple assistant, however. She's a formal member of its development team. Tita's become so much more capable over these past couple years. I don't even feel like there's all that much I can teach to her anymore. I was right. What the hell have you guys got your own kid doing? I know you're busy and that you can't afford to be back home here that often. And I know the little squirt loves Orbal tech, but part of me gets why you'd want her to help with whatever new stuff you've got in the works. But that doesn't make it okay to let someone that young work on developing a new weapon. Use some common goddamn sense, man. What's so funny? Agate, do you trust her? What's trust got to do with this? Don't go trying to change the subject on me. What you've got her doing. Heard a lot about you since coming back here. And with that, there's just one question I want to hear the answer to from you directly. Now, it's my understanding that you've been keeping her company quite often while my wife and I were away. Is that because you feel she's unreliable? Or maybe just a coincidence? Or is there some other reason? Just what have you been trying to achieve by being with her so much? What? I wasn't trying to achieve anything. Guess if I had to give an answer. There's no denying how much she's helped me. I'll admit, at the start she seemed like she could do jack all, and I stuck around to protect her. But she never actually needed it. She's ended up doing way more for me than I ever did for her in the end. So yeah, I guess when I put it that way, I do trust her. Your daughter's pretty damn amazing. I see. Okay, so he doesn't seem to have as many screws loose as his wife. Whew. I could probably give him a pass, right? Look, I'm guessing there's some special reason Tita ended up involved in developing that weapon of yours, right? You mind telling me what it is? Yeah, there is. Well, I suppose it couldn't hurt to tell you. You're familiar with Ren from Ouroboros, right? Yeah. The crazy, strong little girl with the huge robot. Couldn't forget her if I tried. Tita told us that she's friends with that girl. Which sounds insane, I know. Nah, it's not. She doesn't talk about it, but I know she is. Feels like she's going to unnatural lengths to avoid the issue even coming up, too. That makes explaining this a little simpler. The Orbal Gear project was begun with the aim of developing a new kind of weapon that could compete with the Society's advanced military technology. Eventually we hope to end up with something that can even go head-to-head with Pottermore. As soon as she heard about what we were planning to do, Ida told us that she wanted to be part of her own volition. At first, Erica and I were strongly opposed to the idea. It was Tita who insisted she wanted to do whatever she could to keep the connection she had with Ren. She wouldn't take no for an answer. He insisted that was something she could do for her. From my perspective, her intention isn't actually to talk Ren down or anything along those lines. He just thinks that by participating in the Orbal Gear's development, she'll be able to keep thinking about her. The project connects them in a tiny way, even if they can't meet, and even if Tita can't do anything more substantial for her. It really is a tiny connection. And yet that's probably the best she can do for Ren right now, and she's determined to do it. I had no idea. Such an idiot. How am I supposed to know you're shouldering something that heavy if you don't tell me? He's working on the project formally as an engineer. No different to Erica or me. My wife was the one who gave her permission. After she showed as much resolve as she did, it would have been fair for us to treat her like a child. You mind if I ask something? Where is that Orbal Gear thing now? Does that mean you're up for the job? Well, I can't walk the hell away. She might go doing something crazy again if I leave her alone. I see. Albert was right about you, Agate. You do seem to have some promise. What are you talking about? What'd Gramps say? You'll need this, incidentally. Agate received an identification card from Dan the Man. Using this in the elevator will let you get to B5F of the building where the test will take place. Ida and Erica should be there. You're going to want to make sure you're ready if you do go, though. Erica's been dead set on testing you. I couldn't care less what she wants. I'm just gonna go help Tita with the tests. What anyone else does is none of my business. Erica style. What about you, Dan? You ain't coming? Don't mind me. I'll be there. And just so we're clear, I haven't decided to accept you myself yet. Accept me as what? Exception, even. Guess this is the place? Wait, is that it? That's all the checks on the legs complete. I guess I'll check the settings one more time, too. Got nothing to do till Mom and Dad come back, so I should make the most of it. Okay! Thought it was gonna be an Orbal cannon. Can't believe you're making a robot as nuts as this. Agate! What are you doing here? Is it because of Mom? Did she ask you to come here? I'm so sorry. Mom and Dad seem to have got you all wrong. I keep trying to explain to them what you're really like, but they never listen to me. It's not a big deal. I ain't here because your mom asked me to come anyway. You're not? Well... I heard you were working pretty hard down here. Like, as a proper engineer. I figured I'd come and join you as my way of showing my support, I guess. I hiccuped. Helping with these tests is an official request anyway, so it works out. Okay, let me give you a brief rundown of the Orbal gear then. The prototype's most distinguishing characteristic is that the pilot can climb inside and operate it directly from within. It hasn't been decided for sure the final model will necessarily be like this, though. Oh, and there's how it reaches its maximum mobility. Come over here for a minute. Sure. You've designed a new walking system to increase its mobility substantially, you see. Ordinarily, bipedal robots require 2 units that control their posture and center of gravity, which work in tandem with one another to walk. You know, because walking's hard. But this approach really drains system resources across the whole archaism, Firefox style. The way we've chosen to resolve this is... Huh? What the hell? I didn't know you were gonna say that. What the hell? Mom, how long have you been there? So you decided to assist with the test, have you, Agate Crossner? You're so sweet. Does that mean you've finally accepted your sins and have come to repent? I have no freaking clue what you're talking about. You were trying to get close to Tita thinking I wasn't here, weren't you? Admit your sins and repent! I finally have first-hand evidence. For crying out loud, will you quit with the eyes? Give me the creeps. He might be completely useless when it comes to technology, but he's got potential, don't you think? You might just be right. I have to admit, there were concerns. Concerns, even. But I can appreciate that he at least tries to follow subjects he doesn't understand, instead of outright refusing to listen to them. What are you two doing up there? Especially you, Dan. You were just up on the roof with me a minute ago. I did tell you I was going to watch the test, didn't I? Well, here I am. I can't work out what he's thinking any more than I can his wife. Don't you ignore me, Agate Crossner. Uh-oh. The hell? Well, regardless, that's everyone gathered now. Suppose it's time for us to begin. What are we doing? I finished all the necessary final checks. Check and made. Or something like that, anyway. Good girl, Tita. Let the testing begin. What is wrong with this family? A lot. Well, Tita, you think you'll be able to operate it all right? Yep, I'll be fine. I've had plenty of practice. I'm ready to go as soon as everyone else is. Beginning monitoring. No problems in the data link. Looks like we're good to go. Okay, Agate, we're now going to begin testing on the Orbal Gear version 0.5. You're sure you're ready for this? Yeah, I am. I've come this far, I'm not going to turn tail now. I want you to promise one thing before we begin, though. The final test will be a mock battle between yourself and the Orbal Gear. If you cause T to have so much as the tiniest scratch on her, I'll be sending you up to the goddess personally. I wouldn't go quite that far, but you get the idea. Don't hurt her, alright? I know, I know. I ain't gonna hold back, but I ain't gonna hurt her either. That's all I wanted to hear. Okay, for starters... what? Oh, okay. Dan went around Agate and began attaching small cords to various points on his body. What are you doing? Those are so that we can collect data from your body in real time during the testing process. This prototype's mobility should be about equal to your own, not a little above what you're capable of. So this should be the perfect way to test what it can really do. Well, if that's your reason. Sure, this isn't some form of harassment. Of course not. Right. Erica, if you would. Gladly. Foo! Ha! Ah! Gah! What the hell? Gah! Show off! Ha! The hell? What am I even watching here? That's Erica's success dance. She always does it before every big test or experiment. Okay. Sha! Alright, I'm ready. That was unnecessary. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, 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 tap. Setup complete. I can't believe you still do that after all this time. It's not like it actually has any practical effect, either. If you look at the data from all the tests she's done collectively, there's no difference in the odds of success whether she does it or not. Here, let me take care of that. Fire! As you can see, it's best to leave her alone when she gets all fired up like this. I'm feeling exhausted already, and we haven't even started yet. Uh-huh. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba. The first test is a simple race. You're going to be doing 3 laps of the course, and the first to the finish line wins. There are obstacles in the way too, just so you know. Be careful of those. Are you ready, Agate? Ready as I'll ever be. Get this started. I'm here to work, not to play. So you are. Well, take your positions. Okay. Ready? Go. I guess you don't actually have to do this. Just kind of like whatever. Okay. Tita won! What just happened? It flew. I'm sorry, Agate, but Mom told me I had to finish the race by jumping over the finish line all of a sudden. I should have known. Mind you, it's not like jumping was against the rules of the race. And we wanted to collect the data from it, too. I'd say you've only got yourself to blame for getting cocky, wouldn't you? Ba-da-da-bum-ba-da. Huh? What are we doing now? This is a test of the Orbal gear's precision. What I want you to do is place the 4 colored drum cans on their corresponding tiles on the floor. It'll be harder than it looks. Don't assume this is going to be a snap. If I lose this, I'm never going to hear the end of how I'm a clumsy excuse for a human, am I? Alright, let's get this started then. Begin. Okay. Piece of cake. Estelle style. Wow, we got some excellent data out of that. Well done, Tita. You did a wonderful job operating it. The adjustments Dad made all the difference, really. His tuning of the actuators was perfect. I don't doubt that. He's always been good at handling these things. The arms have acceleration control now, too. Man, was there even any point in me being here if you're just gonna ignore me? Well, that test was just about collecting data. It didn't really matter who won. Still, it's not true for the next one. Ha 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 ha! Now the real fun begins! Uh-oh. The last test we're going to be performing is a mock battle to test the Orbal Gear's overall capabilities. Take your positions, both of you. Okay. Got it. Here's where the fun begins. We've been through this once before, but it bears repeating. Only aim for the Orbal Gear. If I find so much as a hair out of place on Tita, you will be very painfully executed on the spot. I know. You don't need to keep stating the obvious. Are you ready? Yeah. Bring it on. To battle! Orbal Gear. Machine Gun Jones. Bum, ba, na, 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 na. Strength up, Jones. Oh yeah, even. Flames, Mizash, douche. Damn it. Defeated. Okay.
Shouldn't have done that.
That was fun. That wraps that up. You cheated! You totally cheated! Cheated? How? You're full of shit. I am not. You used some kind of invisible special power. You must have. Like hell I did. Alright, alright. Well, I think it's only fair to call this Agate's victory. Ah! That was the last of the test, right? Request fulfilled, then. My work here is done. Silly me, I nearly forgot, Dan. Didn't you say you wanted a one-on-one fight against this red-headed ruffian yesterday? Did I? Oh, right. I did. Cassius told me a little about him, so I'd like the opportunity at some point. What? I have a bad feeling about this. Heh, you're the best. Go get your weapon. It doesn't necessarily have to be now. No, you're doing it now. No time to waste, or you're sleeping on the couch tonight, buddy. Alright. I'll leave things here to you, Erica. Don't think this is going to be easy either. He might have been forced to retire because of an injury, but he's still very strong. He's the one who taught Cassius the basics of fighting with a staff 10 years ago, even. Seriously? Cassius then went on to perfect the art of using one to fight himself, admittedly. But that should give you an idea of just how strong my awesome hubby is, surely. Now I really don't want to back down. Hey, wait a sec. The tests are over. My work is done. Why am I stuck doing another completely unrelated fight? Your work's not done until I say it is, bucko. Oh yeah, while we're waiting for Dan, I need to check Tita hasn't got any injuries. Because if she has, you know what's gonna happen. Come on down, Tita. What's wrong, sweetie? I kinda can't. Some weird errors come up and I don't know what to do. Huh? Well, what's going on? Oh, no. Ruh-roh. No. Damn it, no. That's never a good sound. No matter what commands I try to give it, it just won't respond. Shut it down, Tita. I can't. It won't do anything I tell it to. Freaking machine? Hey, what's going on here? Explain this in a way I can understand. Ah! Oh my god. PETA, what's going on? Have you lost control of it? Agate, Run! So we get another battle, apparently. Orbal gear. Okay. So it's pretty much the same fight again, really. Smoke missiles! Oh. Could certainly do without that. Of course, we're gonna miss now. That's always an exciting piece of business. Attack! Boom!
Shouldn't have done that.
You doing okay? I stopped it moving. Come on out. I can't. The seatbelt's stuck. Damn it. Thank goodness. Defeated. Huh? PETA. Ha! Oh, Dan the man. Ooh, just in the nick of time. Machine's got some problems, man. Are you two okay? PETA and I are fine, but... Oh! Agate! 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 No! No, this is all my fault. All because of me, you... I'm so... sorry. I'm always causing you nothing but trouble with my selfishness. If I just kept quiet, none of this would have happened. This is all my fault. All of it. If I hadn't said I wanted to get closer to Ren, I knew I couldn't really do anything for her. I knew this was just for my own satisfaction. It wasn't what I wanted to happen at all. I swear, this wasn't what I was trying to do by getting involved in this project. But... Yeah. Give it a rest, will ya? My head's pounding enough without you crying. Oh! Agate? It'll take more than that to finish me off. Figured you knew that. Ah. Damn, though. That thing packs a punch. I'm lucky I was able to block the brunt of the impact with my sword. If I hadn't, I'd probably have a date with the goddess right about now. Hey, I said I'm fine, alright? This is nothing. Stop your crying, alright? But this is all because of me. I'm so sorry. So sorry. I'm not gonna do this anymore. I quit, like Vegastar. So... Don't you dare give up, Tita. What? You heard me. Don't you dare just throw in the towel over something this small. You want to get closer to Ren, right? You want to understand her better, right? Then try and do it. Don't just give up at the first hurdle you come across. Even when you get hurt? I've had a worthless 10 years, Tita. I'm not going to deny that. But there was only one thing I could never bring myself to do. That was to throw this away. Never. But that's fine. Because this is why I'm the bracer that I am now. Plenty of folks have things that become such a big part of them, they can't bear to throw them away or leave them behind. Things that, no matter how much they try to forget, they just can't. I've got something like that. And I'm pretty sure you found something like that too, don't you? He's right. I really do. Agate, I changed my mind. I won't give up. I don't have time to stand around crying. Not when I've got things I need to do. I'll think about what I can do, and I'm going to do it. Because just like you're a bracer, I'm now a researcher. Really now. Agate. It's nothing. Uh-oh. What's with the faces? Ah, it's all starting to make sense now. See, I told you. He's rude, he's thick-headed, he's got all the tact of a wrench to the groin. But there's promise in him. That there is. The preparations for it aren't quite finished. But I think it's time we get to the second phase of testing our red-headed friend right away. The hell are you talking about? It looks like I underestimated you, Agate. Tita seemed to have come out of this unharmed just as you promised. Oh, yeah. I'd like you to come to our house this evening. Huh? I thought coming over for dinner was why I was here in Zeiss to begin with. One time when a commercial skipped so bad it said, we want to know who did your wife. You'll be more than welcome. What's going on with him all of a sudden? Agate, thank you very much again for earlier. You ended up having to protect me again. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. Still, sorry, but I think I'm gonna have to pass on Din. Today we're having a hot pot full of mushrooms and wild plants, and a soup with lots of seaweed. Mom and Dad finally seem to understand you better too, so this should be really fun. Now we all get to enjoy a nice hot pot together. Oh, right. I can hardly wait. Oh boy. Football style, even. And the machine's in pieces. So that's what it was. I can't believe I didn't notice that when I was doing the final checks. I can't believe what they've been saying about our Zeiss sports teams. This is all my fault. We don't know... We don't know that for sure yet, Tita. Let's not jump to conclusions. No good comes from blaming yourself or feeling responsible before we know if you even had anything to do with it. Okay. Still... Gah! Where the hell did this hammer come from? What's wrong with this place? Huh? That sounded like agate. Really? Probably just your imagination. Maybe. That reminds me, he should be here any minute now. I better go and warm up the food. Food style. Whoa! Why'd a bunch of lances pop up out of the ground? Erica, I think lances may have been overdoing it a tad. At least stick with concealed holes in the ground, won't you? Yeah! How long are we looking at before he's able to make it here, might I ask? I was hoping to take this chance to have a man-to-man talk with him. That only the goddess knows. Woo! Seems like he's putting up a good fight. But make no mistake, Agate Crossner. Our testing process has only just begun. Uh-oh. Dun dun dun! Have fun with that. Side story Orbal Gear Project Part 2 finished. Need to learn the S-Craft Orbal Gear. Nice. Good times. Orbal Gear, even.